Hi there, I haven't been filming yet. We're on, well, my first time in Mt Mee. This is the road we've taken to get here, and we're veering off here. Yeah, unfortunately you can't take your motorbike here. That's a bit of a letdown, you know, like how dare they? Anyway, this is our trail. We're going up to Mt Byron or something like that, and I'm here today with Andres, who's busy navigating and watching out for rocks at his feet. It's a nice forest here full of scribbly gum. I don't know what this eucalyptus is, but I'll check it up later. So we veered off the main, more used fire trails, and we're going down to a creek. What's the creek's name? Yeah, that unnamed creek we're going to. The well-known unnamed creek, and we're going down towards that and crossing over to a fire trail that starts on the other side of the creek going up to Mt Byron. So something different, mixing it up. Nothing's normal for us. So just back there the full path ends, as you can see on here, but there is a bit of a worn trail here, hopefully going a good direct line to the creek. We can follow it, it's visible, so we're just going to follow this until we get to the creek, and maybe we get a nice nice crossover to the side that takes us to Mt Byron. So we're nearly down in the creek now, and I just want to point out that we're following a trace of a faint footpad that you can pick up pretty easily, but this actually has been cleared, and you can tell that it used to be a track that they're not maintaining anymore. So you won't find these on Queensland Topo or whatever, but this was a track. Here we are now in the creek. There's a nice pool. I've just deviated a tiny little bit downstream because of this area here. Looked like it had a cascade, but you know, nice rock formation up there. Yeah, here it is. This is what I was seeing. So a bit of a cascade there, and this nice pool if ever you're very hot. It's a nice little orchid down there. That's the creek, and we've used this log to get our way out of the creek. It's a good 65-degree climb out, but not a big one. Trying to get out of this creek here. This slope is so gravelly and very slippery, so I'm zigzagging across the slope to try and get my way out easier without slipping so much. We're now an hour in and found this trail here. So that's going to the creek. You won't find that on the map, but supposedly around here it's a trail starts to go to Mt Byron. So about 30 meters in that direction is a very well worn path, and this is the fire trail up to Mt Byron. 15 minutes from the last bit and we're hitting a fire trail, and this is the fire trail up to Mt Byron. Yeah, so here we are. We've reached the top of mighty Mt Byron, 604 meters I believe. I think I need oxygen up here. Yeah, no view that I can work out. It's the white flowering wattles are in flower, and then there's often hardenbergia climbing up them, so nice little flowers happening for early spring. It's now the 1st of August. I actually spotted a viewpoint. The road ends up just up there, and there's a little bit of a rustic trail going across here. So here's some views of the mighty D'Aguilar, or whatever I want to call it, D'Aguilar National Park. What is it? The Eagle of the Eagle. So the trail finished, or the fire trail finished back there. We're following a rustic, unmarked trail here. The idea is we're going to Diana's Bath. We're following the ridge top, which we planned on our maps, and then to find this, obviously there's a lot of people doing it the same way, so we got the easy bit of following this path down to wherever we got to go. Some more views. What I'm looking at is this pool down there, and I think that's Byron Creek.
I don't know his name. I like this red.
Yeah, this is the nicest part of the walk so far, I'd say. There's a few rocky outcrops here with some pretty good views. So this is the first unobstructed view here of that pool down there. Another one there. We saw our first pink ribbon. We didn't cotton on quite well to what it meant, but we've crossed our way back towards this and we've found this path here. So it's better than what we had before, but yeah, it's probably the most overgrown path so far. Still, it was so hard to find our way on the right turning ridge. We had to thread the eye of the needle because there's some pretty steep slopes up there. Yeah, got confused a bit and then finally found our spot. Now this is our ridge down to Byron Creek and Diana's Bath. We've seen it clear as mud from up above, so we're aiming for that and lunch. Look at this nice pool. I was too busy going towards Diana's Bath, which I assume is up there.
We haven't gone there.
Yeah, that I would have completely missed out on this pool, so I saw this and yeah, thought I'd check this out. This is where we were before I could see those rocks up there. That's how I've got across here.
It's a track.
Okay, and I've got to get my way back here. Here I am. Here we are at Diana's Bath, but we've got a bit of an obstacle to get our way across. We've gone a bit upstream and we've got to jump this branch and land on that rock at the same time.
Maybe you can do it, but I don't wanna injure myself.
I don't know if I can do it because I've got to... I had no one to film me, but basically to get through, I pushed that branch up against this rock here. By the time you have to have your left foot doing it, and then by the time it's on top of the rock, that bit there is where you have your foot above the water, and then you pretty much can just step there and you're home and hosed along this mighty ridge. The water's not flowing very fast at all, but there's a nice pool and there's a rope over there. Interesting. There's a really nice pool down there, but we can't see it. Andres is trying to find a path on that side, but it's really steep. And I've come back to this side and found this path. Now, this path is, at this stage, is not supposed to be a path yet, but very soon there's an official path found on Q Topo. So I'm thinking that's going to link up to that path. It's a lot better than what he's fighting on the other side anyway. There's quite a few pools here. There's Andres on the other side. We're getting confused by different trails today. We were following that big flowing creek back there, then we went upstream. Now Andres had to do a bit of convincing to tell me he was going the right direction, and when we got along the creek I said there's a trail close by to the creek, so I said let's go chase it up, and this is it. So it gets us moving faster than rock hopping down there. Good times. You gotta love a lantana forest. Luckily this one's been tunneled through. There's worse sections than this one now, but yeah, it's been tunneled through, and I thought Andres was going to take us bush bashing, but I spotted this at a junction out of the corner of my eye, and he went looking for it and was in the wrong direction, and I started veering right and found this one. So yeah, it's a little bit overgrown, but better than nothing. We found we're on the wrong tributary, so we had to cross about 2 gullies in that direction. Very thick vines and grass trees and whatnot, because we found out we're on the wrong tributary. So this one was supposed to be wider, which we found out it is, so hopefully we can get a good distance upstream on this one. This is one of the largest open rocky creeks that I've come across. Generally you won't be finding water because it's a lot further down, deeper below, but there's water flowing here, you can hear it. Some deeper areas right here. Yeah, look at it. Got to watch out for balancing rocks here. Come through here. This area here is possibly the cascade area. There are bigger boulders here, so you just want to not be unlucky to get into a position where you have to backtrack because the boulder climb is too big, but they're massive here. This is downstream. We're getting a lot closer to our exit, I think is the tributary, and then up to our bend in a fire trail. Good 6 hours walking so far, I think. So that's the creek we're following, and this is our exit creek. We're going up here towards a fire trail. We're just at the start of this trip, and got this slide down here up to this cascade here, and then 2 waterfalls maybe at the top. And here we go, the next levels. Very nice. Not exactly above the last waterfall, but this is a tributary that's taking us out, and 2 slippery cascades here. Looks like Andres has gone into the bush, but I came straight up that, up here, and I didn't think the easiest exit would be straight through the middle of this waterfall or cascade. And here I am. Apparently I went the wrong way and he's called me across to this left-hand trib, so I'm still doubting his decision, but even though he's wrong, he's leading, so I have to follow him despite the fact he's wrong. He reckons there's more waterfalls here. I think he's right so far. Here we go, another pool, another waterfall. This is cool. I found a cave here, right next to the waterfall. I was going to go across that log and didn't realise there was a cave. And yeah, trying to find my way up here. To the waterfall. This is the last waterfall, so Andres promises me we've got to get up that, and hopefully there's a fire trail around here.